Hello everybody and welcome to my review of the Code 41 Anomaly 02, which is their kind of a sporty, dressy watch from the micro brand Code 41, which is a community-driven brand, and it's getting more and more known as we speak. So I'm here to kind of show you the watch and settle any doubts you have if you might consider buying it. It's not a cheap watch, but not expensive as well. They kind of brand themselves as a luxury for half the price. So let's find out if that's a true statement. First of all, the specs. What we've got here is a 42mm case in 316L stainless steel. We've got a thickness of 12.8mm, which is very well hidden thanks to these lugs that kind of hugs the wrist when you wear it. So it doesn't feel as thick as it states on the website, of course. We've got a mechanical movement ETA 2824-2, which is the famous workhorse, so no problem there. We've got a luminescent hand and markers, a flat sapphire glass here with AR coating on the underside, and we have a 50 meters water resistance and a total weight of 110 grams. So now I am back and I have put on my little review working gloves, and I will be talking about what I like and I don't like about this watch. To kind of give you a feel of what we're dealing with here. This watch, I really like it. I really like it. Mainly because everything is unique. Everything is unique on this watch. I mean, it's lugs, it's got 3 hands, and etc., etc. But the entire design of the watch kind of like reminds me of this futuristic industrial design, especially with the screws here in the back, the big screws here, which also kind of signals luxury and robustness. I like that. Is this case a cushion case? I don't know. I don't know if I can say that, but it's definitely 70s inspired, and I really like it. I love the way they put the pushers here to keep the strap size small, to kind of put the focus on the watch. I love that. They've got a very original crown. Now I'm going to try and zoom in here. Yeah, that's the wrong one. There we go. And boom. So the crown, which has a circular brushed tip, or what do you call it, edge. Nice beveled edge that leads into the triangular engraved pattern, which doesn't really grip but looks great and plays well with the light. I love how Code 41 has played with different types of finishes here. First of all, the brushed finish on the case is just magnificent. The edges are not sharp and not dull. They're kind of in between. They feel great when you touch them. And they've got a nice brushed look everywhere except on the bezel there. There's like a little polished ring where the bezel meets the case. We've got one on the top as well. You can't really see it, but you'll notice it when you play with it in the light. The little engraving here on the side, I love that too. The inside of that one is also polished. And we've got a bead blasted stripe here, which also looks pretty cool. And also there's certain parts of the case, undercase, that is bead blasted. I don't know if you can tell. Not the case back, but the actual part of the case here. It's bead blasted as well. And yeah, also these little spacers here, also polished. Very nice little detail. So I think these screws are also bead blasted. But yeah, anyway, so they really played well with the 2 different finishes, 3 actually. And yeah, it plays well with the light. I love that. The dial as well, very original. They played around with the sunburst effect, especially on the outer ring of the bezel. Where it's basically brushed and PVD coated metal, so it's dark but it really shines well. And they've got these nice triangular cutouts that they used as hour markers basically. A nice cutout date window. The date is very well centered, and also it's white on black, which is a good choice. And the hands, let's see here if I can get a better. There we go. The hands have this nice 3D effect. So basically they go up in an angular fashion and then straight again, which really it looks great. I don't think I've seen this on other watches, maybe a few, and it's a really cool detail. What I really like about that detail as well is that the hour hand really sits right above the dial, because it starts underneath it and then it goes up and then straight again. So that's a really nice detail. Also, in the middle here, we have a nice engraved losange pattern. Like the Royal Oak have this, the square one, but this one is losange. Very nice. Catches the light in a cool way. Let me see if I can get the light on here. Yes. Yes, there we go. So perfect. Yeah, I really think it's important to rate a watch based on how it plays with the light. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this watch, just a big fan. The price, right now these goes for around €1,000, which could be steep, but since they have an ETA movement, I would say that's pretty fair, and considering how well they're built and the feeling of luxury you have, I can only endorse these. Their other model, the 01, Anomaly 01, has a Miura movement, and many people have complained that, yeah, they can find a lot cheaper watches with this kind of movement, but the problem is it's still a well-made watch. And it features a crystal that reflects so little light, so they've done a great work on the air coating. The strap feels great, looks great. It's got a nice deployable buckle here, so everything works as it should. It clicks nice. Let me see if I can put this on give you a little wrist shot. That way I can also show you how it looks on the wrist, which is kind of important here. So these with wrists are 17 centimeters in circumference, and I must say it's a big watch. It's got a lot of wrist presence, but it doesn't really. It's not too big either. I feel like it's in between. But it can feel bigger because the dial is pretty much the entire watch. It's a big dial. And as I told you earlier, I don't know if you can tell now, the lugs kind of help hide the 12.8 millimeter height of the case. So that's a really nice feature. Basically very comfortable to wear, easy to remove, of course. Very nice watch. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be linking to my blog in the description where I have tons of other reviews. And yeah, please feel free to comment and or go on my blog and check out my watch reviews. All right, goodbye.